In this presentation, our focus is to know how to determine the domain and range of a step function. Consider the step function f of x is equal to x minus 1 when x is less or equal to negative 1. F of x is equal to x plus 1 for values of x between negative 1 and 0. And f of x is equal to x if x is greater than 0. The graph of the function can be used to determine the domain and the range. There are several methods which are used to draw graphs. We can use mathematical software, table values, or other methods. Now, observe the graph of our function. Our graph has three different parts. The first part represents the graph of f of x is equal to x. The second part represents the graph of f of x is equal to x plus 1. And the third part represents the graph of f of x is equal to x minus 1. From the graph, let us find how we can find the domain of this function. Remember that domain of a function involves x values. So from the graph, the three parts of the graph displayed in different directions. And the first graph of f of x is equal to x starts from the origin, excluding the origin itself. And it continues indefinitely to the right. The second graph of f of x is equal to x plus 1 is limited to only value of x from negative 1 to 0, but excludes negative 1. The third graph starts at x is equal to negative 1 and it continues indefinitely to the left. So we have seen that all values of x are covered by the graph. At the first instant, x is equal to 0 was excluded by f of x is equal to x, but is included by the value of f of x is equal to x plus 1. Similarly, negative 1 was excluded by the value of f of x is equal to x plus 1, but included by f of x is equal to x minus 1. Therefore, domain of this function is the set of all real numbers. Now, what will be the range of f of x? To determine range, look how the graph behaves with y values. There is a gap between the graph of f of x is equal to x minus 1 and the remaining two graphs of our functions. The values of y from 0 to numbers very close to negative 2 do not form part in the graph. But from y is equal to 0 upwards, form part of the graph. 0 itself do not form part of the graph. Also, from y is equal to negative 2 downwards, form part of our graph. And therefore, the range of the function f of x is values of y such that y is greater than 0 and y is less or equal to negative 2.